Hello world of YouTube, Achi, horror stories, poems, and lyrics. Tonight I am going over the presidential campaign. I want to do my thoughts on both candidates and like I say, I'm very skeptical on who I want to vote this year. Vote on this year. I'm going to go over the explanations of why I'm skeptical of this. Right now, as you can see, I have my podium up. Wish I could have done a background for it to make it more authentic, but of all seriousness, before I start, I'd like to say I'm not racist. I have a lot of Puerto Rican, Black, Laotian, Chinese, Japanese, all down the line friends. You know, all nationalities of all kinds of friends. And for the reason not wanting to vote another 4 years of Obama in, the first thing would be and it is in 2 words: no experience. Now, to me, you know, going as much as I could on watching Obama in his campaigns or running in speeches, and you know, anybody can put up big educational words to you and use big words of a high standard and sound good. He makes you believe him so much that it's just something on a sideshow, I would say. You get excited and want to see what he's going to say next. And you don't care what's behind that curtain. You just want to hear what you want to hear. And that's what he does. He makes you hear what you want to hear. The second reason that I do not want to vote for Obama is due to the fact that, I don't know, like I said, lately I haven't been really watching, but I need to update myself, on the birth certificate thing. So I can tell you right now, wherever I go for jobs, applications, I've gotten into housing here, for food stamps, for food banks that I go to, everywhere I've gone that I'm mentioning, all require a social security card. Some require a birth certificate. I know when I went homeless, I needed my birth certificate to show that I'm a citizen of the United States. But for him to have his birth certificate in a vault, and to be stepping up in the position chief of office, as they say, to me, not showing that birth certificate is a big ordeal. I don't care if you were born in Hawaii or not. Your aunt was an illegal immigrant. And what was on the news recently? His father's an illegal immigrant, or someone, his uncle or something, one of the family members also exploded like the other one. And I'm a big non-fan of illegal immigrants. And to endure this throughout the 4 years and what has gone on with Obama, I mean, it speculates, and it makes me wonder. And I can't help but to put this up because, yeah, it's getting close to election year again. Are we going to deal with another 4 years of a stimulus plan that crashed, failed? Going to put up with another 4 years of finding another illegal immigrant relative, and, you know, hidden somewhere, and the fact that a birth certificate can't come out, which probably, if it has, you know, I haven't been updated on the news lately or whatnot. And if it hasn't, well, ain't that nice to know that it can all just get swept under the carpet like nothing ever happened. The only thing good I've seen Obama do, of course, I'm sure everybody is happy with what he has done, but in my eyes, signing, you know, how could I say it, signing that command over, signing the command to have Osama bin Laden hunted and killed. And but you know, in recent news, there was the thing that there was sitting on the desk already, and Obama just went through forth with it. And yeah, it went down well. We've caught him, we've eliminated him, and you know, two big leaders like that, Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden, gone. Yeah, that's an A plus for America. But in the news, you also still hear about terror attacks, and it just ain't getting better though. It ain't getting better. You know, more jobs are supposed to be created by Obama. You still see the list rising for jobless people. I know I had to lose my job due to disability, and for me to find a job now has been very difficult. I'm in the beginning of 2010, after I quit my job in 2009, I filled out almost 30 applications. Not one person called me back. I went to one interview as a pizza delivery guy. He had a sign up in the window, but had the interview, told him my situation, that I needed a job instantly bad. I got 3 kids, you know, I'm hurting for cash, blah, 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 and ended up never getting a job. For what reasons, I don't know. But not to blow off course here. And the disability thing will come up in my next ordeal with the president campaign going on here. But all in all, to me, Obama is, like I said, 2 words: unexperienced. And you know, it's like getting up in this pedestal right here and telling the world, here, I can double your money if you just give me a check. Or yeah, you people that make $200,000 a year, yeah, you can pass some of that on to your co-workers and homeless people, and why don't you donate? And you know, that disturbs me, because I know people that own small businesses, and I'll tell you something right now, they don't profit nothing. And the business I worked in before was a rubbish company, removal of trash. And every day you turn around, a truck that we drove was in the shop getting fixed. $1,000 a whack on trucks. You know, there's $2,000-$3,000 of gallons of gas. You know, when you knock down all the maintenance and stuff on a $200,000 a year company that Obama that was gonna swipe money out of, you know, I ain't never owned a company, but I know the math, and that ain't right. And if he, you know, gonna pass that law and whatever, if he, you know, to me that was ludicrous, ridiculous. Coming up with that plan, no man, that ain't right. That ain't right. You know, here in Massachusetts, that's where I live, I watch the taxes rise and rise, and even excise tax, car tax. You know, when you buy a car and the title and the insurance and everything is gone up. From when I got my license when I was 17. I'm 39 now, and yeah, it's just nuts here. But Obama, to me, I don't think is a good candidate, because unexperienced. No experience. No experience. He stands on his pedestal, tells you what you want to hear, and everything else is just a joke. You're still standing in front of this pedestal here, and you're raising your hand to nobody. You might as well go raise your hand to the wall. Might as well talk to the wall. Might as well go send your votes into the wall, because the wall is going to give you a better answer and issues to what you need. That's what Obama don't do. I've kept on little ifs, ands, and buts on him, and I'll tell you, I'm not too happy. I don't want to vote for him. I want another 4 years of going in debt. Man, I'm struggling right now as it is with no job. I lost my work truck. I'm 4 kids, and 3 of them are disabled. But other than that, we'll move on to Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, to me, there's only one thing that, shies me away from him becoming president. And it's got to do with disability. Everywhere I go, I keep hearing this. Kids' disability is going to be cut. School for kids in disability is going to be cut. PBS Kids in Boston is a program, federal funding program, educational programming going to be cut. Why? To me, you're cutting disability. You're cutting my son's disability, 10 years old, ADHD, bipolar. Now, if you cut his disability, Mr. Mitt Romney, please tell me how he's going to live in the future. Because right now I'm on ends meet with this kid where, it's not like back in the olden days where me and you grew up and you got your butt tanned if you want to be Mr. Hellion. Alright? You want to be a Hellion? You want to be a Hellraiser? You got your ass tanned and sent to your room. These days, you can't do that because of what? DCF, DCS, DSS. It's all a matter of, that's why kids these days get away with bloody murder. They go out, they do what they want, they smash windows or beat other kids up. Bullying. Bullying is a big thing. And disabled kids, if they get bullied, they go commit suicide. My kid was diagnosed with ADHD bipolar at the age of 3. At the age of 4, something happened between my kid and my family members where they made him their little buddy, then pushed him away in the end, and he felt unwanted. And at the age of 4, my son wanted to kill himself. And he immediately had to be to a psychiatrist, had to have, all the testing done that he needed. And he still is. He's coming along, but he's not getting better. It's not getting better either. Behavioral problems, issues still occur sometimes, and it's not only him either. My wife is on disability for high anxiety, and he has high anxiety. When he gets very into that high anxiety mode, he breaks out with a red rash. Nobody knows what's affecting this. My wife, she breaks out with high anxiety. The whole house is tore upside down. Everything is chaos. The kids get rowdy. She's getting rowdy. Everybody's getting rowdy. But all you can do in here is yell at them, tell them to stop, send them to their rooms, and it ain't even 5-10 minutes later, the kid's back doing what he's doing. And if it has to be when my kid's on the edge of getting close to having the police involved in his life, because that's where I'm turning, because I cannot do nothing of the nature. That's why kids get away with bloody murder these days, because they get away with murder. They do what they want. It's not the olden days anymore. It's new modern day age. Kids get away with everything. They'll sit there, scream, cry, stomp their feet, tantrums in the middle of a store, in the middle of a parking lot, and get away with it. Get away with it. You go to smack that kid on the butt, smack that kid on the hand for doing something wrong. There's a person over there. Hey, you, I'm calling DSS. You're in trouble. Say my kid gets a police record now, and the majority of criminals, if they get a job, if they're lucky with a record, they don't get it. Some do, I don't know how, don't ask me, but we're looking at that. And if my kid gets a record, he can't get a job, how's he living without his disability money? How is he living? My youngest son is 2 years old. He has very high anxiety. This kid goes off the roof when he can't get his way. I'll tell you something right now, he's getting diagnosed soon. He's going to counseling meetings soon. He's already been diagnosed, and he has to go to the doctors to check why he keeps throwing up. I think throwing up has highly to do with his high anxiety, because he gets so mad, frustrated, pissed off, looking over the shoulder, all that, throws right up. Everything he ate, throws it up. How can you deal with a child like this if there's not the proper schooling? You want to close down the bipolar ADHD, disabled children's school. How's my kid gonna learn anything? Get the nutritionist in to help him. Get the right counselors in. I've already had 2-3 kids going in. I got my 4-year-old. He goes to Hosmer School in Fitchburg. Very, very nice, settled school. Nice people. They know what they're doing. They've been open for many, many years. Even before I had kids, when I was a freshman in high school, they were open. And they are telling me you want to close their schools down. How's my kids going to learn when my kids get a record because they've done something that I could not control them for, because they did not have the proper people, psychiatrists, counselors in their lives, because you're shutting us down. Schooling. What's going to happen to them? I know one thing, and I'm furious with, and it goes back to illegal immigrants. And I'm going to say the word out very slowly. Illegal immigrants. Not too long ago, in Massachusetts here, I heard on the news that illegal immigrants are going to start to get paid. Free schooling. Free schooling. Let me say that again. Free schooling. Free. If I had a pen right now, I'd write on a piece of paper and we're free. Now what makes them get the right to have free schooling is beyond me. My kids are gonna get disability taken away, their schooling taken away. Now this is if it's true, if it's coming out of content, and like I seen one video that Obama made, it looked like they cut out some stuff and made Mitt Romney say something that I think he didn't say, that was in content what the guy was asking. I know that happens. Trick photography, trick video to make the other campaign look like they're not for you. But if it is true, Mr. Mitt Romney, this family here that I'm talking about, who I'm talking about, me, if you cut my son's disability, and if you cut my 2 younger sons' disability, I can guarantee that we'll be homeless in the next year and a half. Homeless, maybe even a year. Homeless. And I'll tell you something. It brings, a rage inside to even put schooling for my kids and other kids through the community here, and schooling for illegal immigrants. You combine them together, what do you get? A bad chemical mixed. When's this illegal immigrant stuff's gonna stop? I would like to know. You can stand on this podium right here and tell you what you want to hear. Nothing. You don't want to. You won't even probably even listen to this video. You'll probably get someone to tell you about this video, and you'll delete it off your page or whatever you can do. Oh, I don't want to hear that. But I guarantee one thing: if it comes to the point my son loses disability, my two youngest loses their education, I will be on YouTube every day making videos to make you hear it. One day you're gonna catch it. And as for you, Obama, if you get elected and you start mixing chemicals again, I think you're just gonna blow up the whole world. Sorry to say, guy, your intelligent talk to me means nothing. I understand what you come out with, but it don't make no sense because it don't do nothing for the United States of America. It don't do nothing. Whatever you say, it don't do. I could say it all day. I'm rich, and I'm not. I bet you I can make you believe it, though. I bet you I can come up to you dressed up, suit, tie, little slacks, khakis, nice dress shoes, shine them up, polish them, shave, cut the hair down here, have long hair, and come up to you, make you look like a presentable businessman, give you a business proposition. But I'm stuck down here in the gutter. Hey, you see me off the side of the road walking down the street with my dog that's all crippled. That's what you see. Whatever. You guys got a lot of planning to do, and I hope it ain't the wrong decision. Until the next video, YouTube, this is my thoughts on this presidential candidate tour of this year, 2012. I hope everybody makes the right decision. And you know what? I think everybody should get up here and protest too. Who do you want? Who do you want to vote for? Because I don't know who I want to vote for. You know what? I'd rather vote for George Washington. He's dead. It was Abraham Lincoln. Or somebody back in the olden days. When did presidents start screwing up? When did all this chaos start to become? Was it Richard Nixon? With the Watergate thing there? Where are you? Hey. I don't remember that far back because the presidential, votings back then weren't important. You get a president in, you get a president. Nowadays you get a president in, you're wondering where your next buck's coming in or who's going to take your money more of. Whatever. YouTube, I'll see you on the next video. And all I can say is the debate for me is just, excuse me, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hey, did you hear me, Mitt Romney? Did you hear me, Obama? Is this thing on? No? No? I tried. See ya.